Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Total War 3 Kingdoms. Gongsun-san is smiling here, but not for long. Yuan Shao has just declared war against us, even though we tried to be conciliatory at the end of a previous engagement. But Gongsun-san is never going to trust anybody again. So we're moving here to fight against Liu Yu, who is in the coalition with Gongsun, which is why this is all happening. We're going to build that. It's expensive, but we're probably going to lose some of this land in here, which is too bad. We could cancel this right now. Yeah, seems fine. I just assume we're going to lose it in a turn or two, so we're just going to try to save the money there and upgrade this area instead. And markets would be worth, I mean, like some money. Are we having satisfaction problems? Not really. We should just go ahead and send them on it, though, to make us have high satisfaction. That'll be good. That'll probably be good. So I assume they're going to make an army to move up there, but we are going to just cede this land in here. Best case scenario, Zhangyan moves down to fight him in Nanping, and then they mess around with each other there. Alright, so Sun Ce, the Little Conqueror, and that makes everybody, because of this guy being called the Little Conqueror, that makes everyone on the whole map get 10% more. So right there, bam, and then you get to, like, you know, 30% replenishment, which is where we are today. Can we get there in time? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're gonna be just slightly too late. Maybe it'll let us do it. Yeah, there's like 0%, but it is working out. I think we shouldn't get too beat up here, but it's possible that she will. We'll just auto it. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. The large town, we take it over. This is just one of the large towns. This is, of course, going to be an industry commandery, so we can get an industrial guy, but the heir is off doing supervising constructions, and I don't think he could, yeah, because he's in the heir position, so we can't do the commandery thing there anyway. We need to get somebody good and reliable. We get this guy, and then he would be good at running a place. We need to have somebody. Well, we'll get one in a turn or two, right? We don't need to be spending 1,000 on that right now, I think. Alright, so she gets flaming shot. That's going to be excellent. That's going to make her single trebuchet do a lot better. And she's level 3 now. Excellent indeed. And we can go ahead and get the 3 raiders. I think still a single trebuchet. Even going to 2 trebuchets would be good, right? Because if we go to a second trebuchet, then we can definitely get 2 breaches. But one... I mean, it's a lot more expensive, though. We don't really need these White Horse fellows, though. One more treb would make things a lot easier, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And especially since we're going to be dealing with Yuan Shao, and he'll have, like, the Vanguard crossbows, I think that the second trebuchet is a fine choice. And then we'll just leave the other slots there a little bit. do we just try to raise like a crummy little army here? Just to give him some leather, and then this army, you know, they would at least have a little bit of a time, right? This guy's got archer militia, but you know, they'll do something. Hey, we got some archers, we got some spear guards, and then with like one guy able to fight, maybe that would help. We'll just leave him there. We only have access to one more total army. And we might well need someone over here, because we can't quite afford that because of my choices. Alright, so if we sell this to him... we'll just hold on to it, and maybe we'll be able to not lose it. I feel like him having that land would be worse for me in the long run, because I might have to have a war with him to get it back, right? I don't think he's in a war with Yuan Shao. Yeah, and he's unlikely to be fighting me. We just want to look around real quick to see if somebody needs food and has money. He's got neutral foods. That's not the same as needing it, though. Because Liu Yu might just, like, not be able to do anything here, right? He is at war with Zhangyan, who very well might be just, like, absolutely giving him a huge headache. So we're just going to pop in right here. Now, it says low casualties. What's the map look like here? Okay, it's open road. I think we do it on the grounds that it's probably going to beat up our heroes way worse than we want it to. Although I guess with 30%, I guess with 30% replenishment, it's unlikely to be that bad at this point. But also, hey, I wanted to do a fight. And now we have the glorious era. The glorious era is upon us. The era of the double trebuchet. And of course, with night fighting, they're already, like, having a really bad time. They don't... And this is really why I was doing it. I figured we should be able to do much, much better than the auto-resolve would give us. And anyway, I wanted to do a fight. I love horse archers, right? Y'all know that about me. I'm a simple guy. with simple tastes, who can't stop reading Hamlet, and who absolutely loves horse archers. Those are just a couple of the things everybody knows about me, in order of importance. We eat a downhill charge, not ideal, but then we bounced him too. And, you know, these low morale cavalry really can't deal with any of the, you know, like, they eat a charge and then it's like, they immediately melt. You know, you love to see it, of course. You don't want to be worried too much. And then, you know, the trebuchet's paying off. We can protect them, too. And we definitely need them. We can't afford to be spending extra time on sieges like we were in last campaign, right? With Yuan Shao, we can't spend, like, a turn hoping for a better auto-resolve or whatever. Like, we gotta have trebs to get into the walls, and then we'll make the magic happen, right? That's what we've got to do, over and over. It's a good thing. This is my favorite kind of army. Gives me the old good flashbacks to annoying every friend I ever had playing Age of Empires 2 and playing Mongolia every time. Like, he doesn't get along with anybody, does he? No. Well, sometimes that's how it goes, right? Just trying to see who would... Alright, yeah, so this guy would be loyal and brave. And a loyal, brave, determined warrior who doesn't want a higher office or to be independent as administrator is exactly who we need to be the military inspector for Dai whenever we take it. Yeah, look at that. You know... Doesn't really even desire a higher court position very much. Very good. And starts with Flames of the Phoenix. Good, good, good. Of course, he won't, like, really benefit the commandery that much, but he'll be able to, you know, do his job without wanting a better one. And then, you know, maybe we'll give it to somebody else eventually that's better at it. But, you know, until that day, at least we've got him there. And Liu Yu is going to just get rolled up here, and if we can just dissuade Yuan Shao from coming in at us for just a little bit longer, then frankly, I wish he, you know, I'm not like glad he declared war on us, because he was paying us for peace, and, you know, that's probably why he got out, right? He's like, man, if I just declare war on him, I won't have to keep my arrangement. Alright, the bandit wants military access. We could bandit to line, but that's not Gongsun's on, right? We're not gonna, like, declare war on him just because we met him, but we don't need him walking over our territory. Gongsun's on is a martial dude. Hung Fu Song gets popped. The young emperor comes of age, and now we have to worry about imperial favor. Now, of course, right now, we're okay. We're just gonna pump it up a little bit. And, of course, we're gonna lose some here. But it shouldn't be just like a totally devastating amount. And our public order overall, it's, yeah, just -3. Yeah, who cares, right? I mean, I'm so sorry. And we get public order everywhere. Very good, very good. And now Yuan Shao is our objective, and, you know, we will try to get him. If he moves in here, like, I do love to see this small, relatively weak army. I really think, you know, we might have put him on the back foot a little bit with our earlier beatdown, and we are going to capitalize. Right now, we do have a food surplus, and our public order isn't tanked, unlike some runs in the past. So we actually are gaining rather than losing with the Emperor each turn, in spite of having a bit of a brawl. So we got this war done with Liu Yu done in perfect time. Is he eliminated now? Yes. Yes, he sure is.
欢迎，请坐。请进，朋友。
And we're gonna just see if he... Because he's got a lot of money. How much is a lot, though? Not that much. I mean, it's still worth... Yeah, I mean, 6 food's definitely worth 230. Like, yeah, that's good.
这是你我友谊的象征。
We'll still have enough, and if we hopefully stabilize here soon, then we're gonna have even more income going on, and probably start trying to eye prestige immediately rather than putting it off like I have been doing. All right, so rebellion there? No, I don't think so. Will he? Oh, it's like the troops are fresh, so that one's just going to be for a recent one. We can't roll it over to us. All right, well, and then here we can... We can increase the garrison at Onping. Because that's where they'll likely move in city-wise. I think we can get down to Bohai to protect it before then. Zhongyang is not a trustworthy neighbor, but we've got a non-aggression pact with him due to inadequate role-playing in the early game. I'm sure he'll break it before too long, but dealing with Yuan Shao is my principal concern, and we are on pace to be able to maybe do it, which is very exciting stuff. Another trade agreement. Yeah, I think so. Alternative is what? Like, how do we get our special... Okay, I don't think we really have to research our prestige thing then. I thought we did. Cool. Alright, so we might just go... Right, new upkeep? No, that's too greedy. Oh, it's in this line. It's in this line, and we already have gotten 4 and stuff unlocked. Well, that's good. We could get another tower. That could be good. We can get another admin spot. That could be good. Not really important for us now. We could just go Silk Road, right? Onyx Dragons, even though that doesn't really play to the strengths. Well, we're actually locked. No, we can go like currency-based economy. That'll be fine. Hey Chen, how are you? That one will get us, access to the generic income buildings at level 3, and that'll be very good as we're gonna want to turn the corner on our introductory places like that. Like, do we want this tax building? Because the peasantry income is very meh, right, compared to what you can get otherwise. They're just good because they're free, and right now, we're a bit broke, but that's all gonna change soon enough. Alright, and they're a little beat up, so let's just see if we can get something done here, with the towers and fast forward. I'm not really thinking it'll go too great, I often don't get super good results. Just depends on the map, right? But, I'm doing just fine. Yeah, we need to get in front of the towers and then... Because, like, no way are they going to rotate all the way over there. That would be so annoying. Oh god, they are! Hilarious. Well, anyway, that's, the oil never works. They gave me the old fakearoo, right? They sure did. Oh, they sure did. I don't know if our towers are gonna get anything. No, they'll get something. We're gonna fight in front of the towers, so they don't move in and take them. But, I'm not expecting an amazing showing here. Yeah, they crumble under the first charge. What are you gonna do, right? Yeah, this was never gonna go super well. We get a little bit of damage out of the towers. What are you gonna do, right? But what Yuan Shao doesn't have anymore is me on 2 fronts. He's gonna have all of my attention. And I'm not that far away. It looks like Zheng He is trying to leapfrog over this building since we have our... Oh yeah, we've got the Imperial Garrison here right now. That's right. That's what that ability does. It levels them up into Protectors of Heaven from the base. Liu Chong, the hero, has been slain by the coward Yuan Shao. Sad times. I'm just pretty sure that they can't. Yeah, even in March they can't get there, but they don't have siege weapons, so they are gonna be in a tight spot as we come down the mountainside at them. Here we can go ahead. is there? This guy is Shiwei the Rash Judge. Fascinating. I'm sure there's a story to him. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I know who he is. Maybe he's the, like, who does he work for? Liu Biao in the first place. So I'm not sure. He's reckless and stuff. He's not a spy. And I do want somebody to be the administrator there, and we already picked up the red administrator. Alright, so let's go ahead and administer him over here. Oh, he gives negative public order. Well, why didn't I look at his qualities? Alright, what do you got, man? Oh, because, yeah, reckless says that, doesn't it? Yeah, it sure does. Do I care? Alright, what we'll do... See, this guy doesn't need this ability on him, right? He does good enough already, and then we'll give this guy... whenever we can look at him again, the item that does that. And then here, we will give him the old assignment here. Or rather, the administration position here. Here, do we want to level up the building or the mine? The whole thing would be better, right? Because if we can just hold this together just for a little bit longer, we're really going to be in a good place. We don't need nobility because we're never going to use melee cav here. So we'll just go up to zeal and then over. Well, I mean, ignore forest is real good too. But we'll probably just go to zeal and go over because nature's ally gives it in the aura, and that's better. I mean, it's the same. It's different. This is still, yeah, by the administrator losing that item, he's still going to be fine, and then we're going to have a better balance. It'll counteract the other guy, who is, after all, good at doing the administrator thing. It's just, you know, that he's not actually.
敌人包围了你的城镇，他们想要在你出击前削弱你，最好派出
What
军队
Gongsun
前
do?
出
How
解
could
围，
you?
以免守军因为城
Alright,
中粮
so
尽而投降。
rumors of my secure borders were greatly exaggerated, and it's very sad indeed. Alright, so we're going to... collapse the tunnels.
力求上进，功名震天。
The thing is that I think he'll just run if we can get there.
保持原样。
This guy will take the fishing settlement, but then we'll be close to him.
谨遵命令。
If we move in like so, do they siege it like today, or do they run away because I'm here?
打起精神来，根壮而后枝叶繁茂。
We'll just have to risk it, right? We got 3 protectors of heaven and the walls and stuff, and maybe... I think if they see us... What? Okay. Well, that's fascinating. Wow, okay, so I guess we clicked on him with the city or something, which was enough to make him break it, so there we go. That's sorted out. Of course, this guy is going to be in our land, and Zhonghe is still in our land, but in a less important way than he was before. Like, I guess we gotta get an army, though. Because this chump, he has, what, just like some stuff. So we don't need like a full stack to deal with them.
定筹壮志。
I'm like, you know, if it's about these people being able to fight, we don't need him specifically to go, do we?
为天下苍生。预览山下美景，必须忍受攀爬之苦。
And that'll increase his public order. Oh, and we got garlic and water clocks now. Very good, very good. Any one of these guys good at walking? No, not particularly. Hey Limtrix, how are you? Yeah, well, now we know that he's afraid. He's also in between places that he'd have to siege to take. So he's probably going to take Zhongwu over here, but that shouldn't matter. He's getting in a boat. Oh, I dare you to go home. I dare you. You made it today like 28 on Minecraft Hardcore? Awesome, dude. Awesome. The Emperor loves me, so he's giving me more replenishment, cheaper recruitment, and better upkeep. So that's very good. And here we're gonna get... Yeah, Wu Jing here, because he started with flames, and that's very good. We don't want those fellows. Any of these got good cunning stats. Xiaodu, you're the one who's got a thing. And then here we can get... Wow, the recruitment for White Horse Raiders is 41 right now. You are joking. Our stacking bonuses are really kicking up. Hardcore's an art just overwhelming. Yep, you know, if you have a plan, that helps. But even with a plan, it can be very, very overwhelming indeed. We're just going to get here. If he moves in and he takes the coastal trading port, look, that's super annoying. But, oh, no, we can... If we march in, then we'll have the towers plus... a bunch of archers, some of which are even decent. This is like a small army, yeah. We'll just march in. And I bet they'll leave. I hope they'll leave, because otherwise we'll look like a bunch of fools when we die here. Now on this front, he's just like encamped. That means he probably won't run away, but he might. I think we still want to pop him, though. We just can't leave that army there and walk away from it. Maybe we could do anything we want to do. Yeah, he runs out of encampment. We'll just move him up to be able to reinforce. Doesn't hurt to have some reinforcements. Alright, so actually it does, because that would, you know, I'm like, wait, why am I acting like it wouldn't hurt? It would hurt. It would take away our night battle. But alright, it says we're going to have a crushing defeat. I don't think we are. Alright, 3 Cav. Zheng He, who we know can theoretically beat Zhao Yun in a duel. We're going to try to not have that happen again, right? Now, this is not a good map for us. It's not a good map for us at all. So you're going to try again? Good. Good to hear it. Alright, so we're just gonna have to do everything right, you know? It's gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be a weird one. But we have to deliver, or it's gonna be a real bad time. We're gonna keep the strategist up with us, yeah. Because we're not fatigue immune. It sure would be nice if we were, but we're not. And this map is super ugly, but... And they don't have forest penalties for their whole army. We do. So, you know, that's... well, I mean, not for some of our retinues, but for others we do, so... You do not duel sentinels unless you're a sentinel. But right now, we can't afford the tempo. What we have going for us, though, principally, is that they have very low morale because of night battle. So just a charge with a bit of contact damage is going to be enough to get these Lancer militia just running away. We're going to hit this roar, and it should actually make every single one of the local militia of the Lancers run for the hills, which is very good indeed. And now they're locked in here with me. We're just going to bolt here. We're a little bit too close to the foe there. So that phase went well, but we are getting too close to the rest of their guys, right? So we're just trying to get all of our cav archers back. Last thing you want to do is drop a bunch of models whenever you still have just a ton of ammo, right? And now they're in range of the Trebs. So we're just going to move forward like so, and so. You're in another with full iron. Yeah, it's a dangerous, dangerous place. I like, you know, you want fire resist potions before you go too far in. You know, you gotta, because you need gold to make the piglins not fight you. And, yeah, it's just a very, very tense thing being in the Nether. You gotta have, like, tons of food. I would, like, in this hardcore world that I'm still in, I, like, built, like, a highway, so, like, I basically wasn't going anywhere. Unless I was, like, being able to see where I'd gone before, Hansel and Gretel'd it, right? Alright, and now Zheng He has fallen victim to one of the classic blunders. He has walked in to a bunch of our guys. We're going to dismount and lay the beat down. And we're going to hit a Wisdom of the River here that's really going to lock him into place, I said. Because now he's not going to have the evasion. So once we get on him, you know, they're all going to be fleeing. And that's exactly what happens here. They're just having a miserable time, and I'm not. And he is running. We need to keep people stuck on him. We're just going to send the lady of the house to escort him away. Because if he comes back, of course, then it's the same old problem again. We're just going to get on Lady Liu here. And then we're going to charge through the warriors in the forest. Apparently, it works. Alright, let's get back. Let's get back. Alright, so here, she's fine. Right, he is running. And he's going to keep running as long as she's beaten on him. I think. If not, at any moment he could, like, turn around and just absolutely lay the smack down. But he probably won't. And here they're going through the burning trees. Oh, beautiful, is it not? That is so awesome. Like, take for a moment in this amazing scene. Like, the horror of it all. The grandeur. As they see their banners fleeing from the field through a burning forest. What does it say to them? That the horror of the burning forest is less than the horror of what lies ahead in the clearing. As they all flee before the might of Gongsun. Exactly. One of my builds, of my hardcore things, I just, you can grow melons, you can grow anything, but I grew, like, a lot of melons. That's what I did in one world. And then, you know, because you could do whatever. You could just, like, get sticks, right? To trade for emeralds. But in that world, I literally, like... Because I like, didn't have the confidence to go to get diamonds or whatever. But I was just learning about how to enchant in that world. So I would get... the armor. I would... From the villager, you know, you'd spend like 30 emeralds and get whatever kind of armor, right? And then I would burn off the enchantment and then roll them together, because I wasn't like getting librarians and rolling for books, right? I was like just like randomly trying to generate the stuff, which I still do a bunch, but not like exclusively. But anyway, our archers, we still have some good ammo in a couple of sets. And that's good. They're very beat up here. Very beat up indeed. And the burning forest, of course, isn't helping them. The lady has escorted Zhang He away, and now it's just the shouting. It looks like they are in a real bad spot. Oh, and our dudes were not on their horses this whole time. That's okay. They can get on them here. Yeah, I would say a village is the greatest resource for a hardcore play that there is. Because you'll need to get diamonds enough to get your... It's just one diamond for the enchanting table. But, you know, you don't even need diamonds to get your other stuff, right? You can just get librarians and just roll them until you get Prot 4, right? And mending. But Prot 4, you know... Because once you get Prot 16, then you're good. But, you know, and then you just grind up your emeralds, and then you grind up an armor smith until you generate one that gives you, because, you know, they don't give you the whole full diamond. You got to figure out where you're going to get it from. 2 for the table. Ah, it's been a long time since I had to build one. Say, even though Ubi farms like Iron Farm are useful, there was farm from fun of having to mine. Yeah, you know, I haven't built that one ever. We lose Imperial favor. That's okay. We're not losing too much for it, and we needed to do the fight anyway. With the ransom for a huge amount of money. That's awesome.
正在行进。定国，回家的感觉真不错。正在行军。
And now it just remains to be seen if they're going to fight us. If they do, I think we're fine, right? Because this is a garrison, and this is just like a little 2/3 stack, and we've got a Flames of the Phoenix. Earth and Rampart won't help too much. We've got a Flames of the Phoenix and a Binding Fury. We don't have weapons to back them up with, but that's all right. We could take Wu Hongguo's though. He's not using it. But, alright, so recruitment right now is incredibly cheap. We might as well get something. It's free for White Horse Raiders right now because of our stacking bonuses. It's free for all of our cavalry right now because of our stacking bonuses. Pretty nutty. The horse pasture is very, very great as a tie-in for our faction. Of course, the other horse pastures are like all the way over here, but you know, something to dream about. We might get it. Do we get some raiders? I mean, we might as well, right? We're making a little bit of money here. The alternative is what? More trebs? More crossbows? I mean, more crossbows wouldn't be terrible. Nah, we'll get more raiders. But we could get them to potentially... Yeah, so if we recruit him as a spy, he's like in our family, right? So this would be like very, very appropriate for the period. Although I think it was Liu Yu who was betrayed to Gongsun by one of our family members. But if we do this, and if he tries to attack, then we'll like... build the network there. And then if he moves in, we'll like, you know, tell him, hey, join us, and give him the old 1-2, the old 1-2-3 stab. That's the dream. Alright, so Yuan Shao is now here, and he is just hanging out basically by himself. Good for him. And a wonderful beatdown laid on Yuan Shao, who has a ton of Imperial favor. But I guess our, you know, on balance, our public favor is a little wonky, so we don't get our bonuses for that anymore. Now here, we just want to build... Build this, this would help. I mean, prestige and stuff. Are we going for it? 70 away. If we build it everywhere, we can get it. And we're not trying to get declared an enemy of the Han. I'm not going to care if it happens, like personally. But we're not like, we're not going to worry about it too much, but... If right now we can just, you know, get our surpluses lined up such that the Emperor actually likes us, hey, not too bad.
其中妙处，你自找的。前进，汇报一下，我不在的时候都发生了些什么。
And Zhonghe is trying to get up again. Of course, they've got the mustering. They didn't get the bonus from Sun Tzu's thing, I think, but I think we'll just move in this way to push them off. What's the alternative, right? Okay, so if we move down here, we can fight them in a turn and cut them off. If we move here, we have a choice between the two.
开战！
And they might just break off due to our presence. If they take it, then we'll be able to come right back at them. You live in a hole? Nice. One of my very first hardcore places was Dirt House. House of Dirt was the name of the video. That's where we met Garuda at. Alright, and then we successfully convince our... Like, he's the heir. Can we, like... We totally could, you know. Maybe this will be what we try to build for here. And have him pop his dad on our request. Probably should have built the industry, but... Definitely should have built the industry. It's okay. We're going for the prestige, right? We're trying to become a marquis.
根壮而后，枝叶繁茂。
Because he'll think, oh, I'm strong, but really, one of the guys is a spy, and we'll be able to move him against us. Against him. And here, we'll also be able to run away if it doesn't work out like that. Wait until they... Oh, like, because you just started again. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. Man, I had one where I put, like, torches up. It was, like, just a little hole, and I had gotten, like, a fishing pole, right? And it was night, and I did not have a bed. And I was just, like, hiding in the water, and I was fishing, trying to get the food, right? Because it was very, very early, and it was very tense. Some of the most fun I've had in Minecraft is those very early hardcore days where everything counts so much, and yet, you know, if it all hits the fan, that's not too bad. You can just start over. Now we've got a good chunk of time where we're still going to be making money, but at the very least, once we stabilize here and sweep up, Yuan Shao should be, like, gone once this is all done, right? Like, he can't have too many more armies. He just can't. Like, he doesn't even have, like, his coalition doesn't even exist. He doesn't even have, like, any vassals. Like, he's a chump, right? Like, he's just like me. He's just a dude. Can't believe he declared war on me again. Never should have come here. Yuan Shao's up. He's let's kick rocks, buddy. Never should have come here. Alright, and here... It's the age-old problem. But this time we're going to deploy in front of the towers. We've got 1 decent archer and 3 crummy ones. Yeah. And wherever they go, we'll adapt to it. But we're gonna assume that they're gonna go over this way. We don't have anyone with shields. That's just the way it goes, right? Get bed. Yep. Fly him, then house final friends. That is a good plan. You got gold armor from a zombie? That is awesome, dude. Dude, you're hitting all the high points. It's so exciting playing a new hardcore game, a full run of Minecraft, where it's all so on the line. All right, so they go around this way. We're gonna go over here to annoy them. If it works. We just don't want to really engage their halberds there. Right here, we need to sink damage into the cav. Now they have, all the armor and stuff. But if we get just like a lot of towers shooting at them, that will matter. Alright, I think he's just gonna, like, totally win this fight, but maybe not. He might, though. Oh, another one of the families on the battlefield, so he's all juiced up in stats. Well, I don't think we're gonna win. But...
我方士兵仓皇逃命。
he's not actually having the best time fighting against these G infantry, but, he will win eventually. And these G militia are, like, probably gonna lose against these archer militia. They might win, though. It's not all that bad. We're getting some work done, right? Oh, no, and now they're inside. And our guys are running around the wrong way. Well, that is bad indeed.
我方战士正在溃逃。
However, all is not lost. She is actually getting beat up kind of bad by these G infantry captain, although they are losing and he has killed like 80 of them. But it looks like all of those fellows are running, which is going to be very bad for us indeed. And then now we're just going to toss this oil here. Try to get in on him. And there, we actually do get the oil on fire, although they are going to get the tower, which is too bad. We're going to pincer the infantry here. And we're going to try to run this way, not over the fire too much. And then maybe they'll... because the fire's still going to burn for like a little while longer. And it's like, we need to make sure to not move through the fire. How can we do that, you might ask? Well, we might not be able to, but we do need to make sure we don't do it, even if we can't. We're just trying to push through the scrum here to help out against those cav, and we do, and they break there. Alright, we just need to retake these center towers. Because I think we might be winning this. We do want to hold the area there in front, and we'll just move over to this side in front of the towers if we need to. Yuan Shao is bravely running away, away. Thinking of recording it. Content, it's fun. Yeah, yeah, sure. You know, if you make $1 million, then that's awesome. But it can be a lot of fun even if you don't make any money at all. You know, the love of the game is certainly worth it. You know, and man, oh man, are we killing this fight? Oh, it's so good. This is so good. This defense, in the event that it works out, is going to be really, really important because it's going to make us not need to come back to this army, right? We need to flee. They're getting in us there. And then we'll come around this side. Beautiful. Yeah, Yuan Shi's gonna run. We just need to get the archers out here. And then we can ping-pong them in front. We just need to not give battle here. We've got, you know, archers. They don't. All their archers are gone now. And if they want to run a strategist into a bunch of spears, then that is okay. Here we're just trying to focus on the less dangerous... I mean, they're both pretty dangerous, equivalently, but the G militia are less likely to stand up and fight for a long time, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to get them taken care of so that we can isolate and flank these fellows here, which is just what we're doing. With this rear charge, we're going to knock out these G militia. And now we've got a triple sandwich here. Dude, there's nothing better than finally using infantry tactics well on a small-scale engagement. Man, if there were more battles like this that I thought I could win... Oh, man, and Yuan Shao has now flipped out because of the loss of his brother relative up there. Well, we're hopefully going to be able to be okay here in spite of that and lure him in front of the towers. Well, he doesn't have huge juice damage. Merely a whole lot of it. He's just level 1 after all. But that doesn't mean that he won't be able to, like, rout us. But I think we've got him here. He's got... Yeah, he doesn't have any abilities. to do this. He doesn't have any good swords. I don't think he's going to be able to push through all of us to good effect. And these warriors of Yu are just bailing. Yeah, I think the defense of the port is going to hold. And man, oh man, does that make me feel pretty happy. Got a free bow. Oh, that's a good feeling. I might have responded to that already, but I didn't elaborate. Man, it's such a good feeling. You're just like, okay, here's the bow. Now we're getting sorted out. He very cleverly has surrounded himself with his back to the water there, minimizing his surface area. But that won't be enough, and we pop him. Everything just means so much in the early game, right? You get like, you find a ruined nether portal with like a decent like helmet in it, and you're like, oh, water breathing, sweet. Just like every little enchantment, like the chances that you'll find something that you want are so high anytime you see a box. And I love that. Beginning Minecraft, especially in hardcore, nothing like it. This guy has attacked our land several times, and we are going to execute him. Gongsun Zan does not forgive anymore. We tried to be magnanimous one time. Aha! So here, he's the spy in our rival army that's come up to fight us, and now we're going to extract him. Oh, he brought some reinforcements, but he was expecting even more. So now we're going to have to do this fight. We'll be okay. We've got 45 horse archers and 3 very healthy generals. We'll probably be okay. We could retreat, but since he attacked us, we won't actually lose Imperial favor for winning the fight, if we win it. Alright, chicken, you know what that means? You have to find a name for it, and it'll be your best friend forever. At least these infantry are like pretty good, you know, they've got decent charge stats and stuff. We're gonna make it all count here. We've got a tower. And we have what has been in the past described as a human brain. And so we should be able to make this work. Whether or not it's accurate, you know, who knows. Because right now, these fools are hopefully just going to run into the archer tower range, and then we're just going to start picking them apart, right? Yeah, because it's just 2 sentinels. They don't have the force multiplying things that some army types have. Now, of course, they do have huge morale. Wow, do they ever want to fight? But we've got our charge resistance, and that helps. And we hit our Flames of the Phoenix, and now it's time to bounce out. Perfect. We hit another flames here, get on these archer militia. Because this Flames should just, yeah, just absolutely truck on him. Flames is such a good ability. Man, oh man, is it such a good ability. And we'll just be chasing them here. Wheel here and here. We just need to not get beat up too bad, right? Because we've got what we need in order to get them off the battlefield in the long run. It looks like they don't have like fire arrows or anything. So with that in mind, they won't be able... Oh, they have them over here, but we don't want them to burn our tower down is the point. We're going to move in here now to retake the tower. Our infantry are going to be just fine there. We want to just... break off there. You have a cow pet, temporary order living, weed farm, and infinite water source. Nice, dude. It's such a good setup. Soon you'll be getting your iron. Oh man, like when you get your boat and you just start like going around, that's the good stuff there. Wow, these Saber Militia really win. They must have got the charge off on us, right? Alright, so they've got all their melee stats juiced up, and I got off of my horses anyway. Well, they don't have all their stats juiced up. What they have is some evasion up, but we're gonna dismount and try to have this fight here supported by our infantry. Escort these militia away. And it looks like our interception of the archers on the other side went just perfectly. And then here, we're going to rear charge into the G Militia. And it looks like, yeah, we start beating the brakes down off of them. There and there and there. And they are certainly going to be losing this fight. And that's just perfect, right? Because when you get them to come to you and you still win, that's when you know that you did it right. Beautiful. How far from spawn? Either so a couple zone. Awesome. You can make it point to like a bed, right? If you like use the compass on it. What if we're all in World War, but the tab and TP button can't reach outside the world border? You know, in a way, that's definitely how things are, right? What another great victory. Awesome. Perfect. Our spy game too strong.
万民之声不可小觑。
She's tolerant, loyal, and beautiful. Seems like she might get along, but we don't need her. Do we resent her, though? No, I don't think so. We'll release her. It's the first time we've run into her. You know, she worked for a family member. Maybe she got the wrong idea, right? Luke wanted me to be cartoonishly evil, but I gotta be a little cooler, right? Our spy returns. We ignore this nonsense. Yuzhen is hanging out up there now. Sure, buddy. Good for you. Like, now going here for the food production is good in the long run, but if we just get Reach and put him in charge of the army, then all of a sudden we've got a better setup here. She's there, she's gonna go home. If we go here, that is rough. That was real. Yeah, we're very hardcore here. Very heavy metal stuff. We build a small city there. Drop the peasantry so that we can go to industry. It's spring again. We could reset his tree. What level is he? He's level 3 and the tree. It's not very good, is it? For 1,000 though? I don't think that's worth it. Faster building stuff seems worth it. Here, and then we'll be able to build a couple more things. Yeah, you can make... Can you make wool out of string now, right? So you could get... Is that how it works? You could make, like, wool out of spiders if you get enough of that? But yeah, what I would do is as soon as the sun comes up, like, if you can make a boat, like, if you can find an ocean... I guess you might get phantoms, though, before too long. But... You always could. I just must not have known. Alright, so if you roll them up here, we'll be able to back up and still recover. Alright, and now after fighting her again, we'll employ her. She's lost an eye. She's still very beautiful.
这就去办。 都是为各自信念而战罢了。
And that'll actually increase prestige when we get there. We're just at 90 now, but we are going to be getting more soon-ish. Alright, so he got tuned up by the garrison here. He is going to have to go home with his tail between his legs. Get wrecked, buddy. And we are just going to cackle as we move in to Pinyuan. And we'll just fight a night battle, crunch them off of it. It would make us take a big amount of casualties, so we are going to do the siege ourselves. There's a zombie in your capital. Oh no, that is a problem. You got to get your torch on. You got to... Get your torch on, get your torch on. I'm loving hearing this story, man.
四季轮转，我们也要专注于大业。
建功立业，以告天下。
Alright, so here... Barricades, barricades, barricades all around. It's gonna be messy to get in, huh? Is there anywhere that doesn't have a barricade? No, not really. Alright, well. We'll just crack a hole in the wall and see what happens. They don't have that many defenders, that's right. They don't have that many defenders at all. So all we really need to do is make sure we minimize the casualties and that we don't take too long winning what should be a very easy fight. And we'll just aim for wall breaches where they're actually standing.
我军已攻破城墙，杀进城阙。友军正在遭受攻击。注意，赶快砍翻他们！杀！
Yeah, and these archers just sit down into the breach, like, good for them, right? And then we're just going to, now that we're inside, hit this roar, capture the top. And just swoop on in. Because getting, like, beat up a little bit is fine, right? We might lose some models, but on an auto, sometimes it'll make you lose, like, 30 or 40% on a general, and we might need to fight right after this. And these spear guards, while they are, like, technically a good matchup, like, this unit is spread out all through the wall. Which is not where they want to be, you know. They can't really do what they want to do. Sad. I mean, not for me. No, what? 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 Oh my god, they knocked the wall down on him! I can't be so loud, it's late. They knocked the wall down on him. It's okay. He'll be back. He'll be back and he'll be healed. They have resilience. He didn't die for real when the wall fell. I can't be yelling though. It's too late at night to be yelling. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Once in Warhammer, I was driving a tank through a breach in a wall, and the wall fell on me. Once it fell on my dragon, you know, I'm glad that it's there. You know, you shouldn't be taking your tank through walls, but man, is that ever a surprise every time I see it? He wasn't even like I didn't even know he was sick. Oh. You run right into the brace spears. Classic. Hit him with a roar. Equally classic. Man, I can't believe my boy went down like that. In a blaze of rubble. That's so harsh. Oh well, imagine if it really mattered. So now we continue to make excellent progress against Yuan Shao.
敌军四散而逃，
Because if we can keep him weak and lacking in prestige and like not getting a coalition together, then all to the better for us, right? Since there's no way we will accept anything less than his total destruction.
狭路相逢勇者胜。
We lose 4 Imperial favor, which is totally fine. So we're up to 90 again already. He likes us. He likes our food surplus. We have 8 more turns when our stuff is cheap still. We're pretty broke, but it's okay. And now we move here, so he can move back here and replenish, which is fine. It's gonna trap him, and then we'll fight him again and tune him up. He could fight us overnight while Zhao Yun is wounded, but this army is pretty strong, and his is very, very weakened still from that earlier fighting, right? Yeah, these are 1/3 strength warriors of Yo, so like that's you know, rather than the 7 unit cards they're representing there, it's really more like 2. And even without Zhao Yun there, we'd be able to beat him up pretty badly, I think. And he can't, because of the forest, do anything except move up this way, so he'll have to move there to replenish, because he can't win here. We got him. Alright, yeah, good stuff.
谁在叫我？折而不摧。
Like Taishi? Taishi. Shanmin. Much less interesting. Alright, so we do have trade. No, we don't have the ability to trade with them, but...
真喜讯也。
He's very rich. But he doesn't need anything from us. Yeah, Yuan Shao is definitely in just a really bad spot here. Two, because he keeps on, you know, the AI cheats a little bit, right? We all know that. But he is still spending money on these armies, and they are not getting anywhere. Like, to have this units sent up there, and he might have lost, that guy might have just, like, died for real, too. I guess it doesn't think that he's already in our family. But, like, he's definitely already in our family. But it's spring again, and spring means reform. And And we took a place that has a school, so that's very good, actually, because it lets us take care of going up that line without having to build one. And now we demolish it, because while the school is good, it's not as good as getting rid of it. And then we need to convert this over, because that was selling food, which is not advantageous at this point. We want a bigger food surplus. You can get up to like 2 points per turn from the Emperor for it.
我方静候足下答复。
And he just like wants me to give him something for free. Liu Bei, why don't you be more virtuous than that? Why don't you be more paragon than that? And the looters have come in the night. Oh. We get a Pyrrhic victory. Excellent.
都放了吧，谅他们不敢造次。
Zhao Yun has been the subject of a scandal by Zhou Yuan. Well, you know, I can't imagine what she says he did.
消灭敌军！大义将临，莫敢不从。
It'd give us 800 to release him, but this guy was a looter. And that means we are going to execute him.
这些贼兵，人人得而诛之，都是为各自信念而战罢了。
Like, does he have anyone up here? I guess not. Yeah.
今日此胜，乃承天之恩泽。吾等大义必将降临此城。
We're still at 87 favor, and this is like, yeah, this is far away, so I don't even think he can pop in there and mess with us.
夏日白昼更
So
长。
we are pushing him far back, and this is quite a nice chunk of money, and when we take the rest of that, that'll be good.
有话直说。
And on this front, we actually can afford to siege and spend a little time there.
大人亲临，
Neither of these guys
士
are
气
level
大
3,
振。
so we can't get our better units there. Go ahead and buy the mine.
发动农民。
Here, now Zheng He might move up and take it, right? But then we'd get right on him next turn.
讨伐敌军。
Because this fool is getting engaged in this battle here.
坚韧不拔，必将战无不胜。
Yuan Shao, that's it for you, buddy.
这回不能手下留情了，此城
We
归
give
我
him
军
the
所有
chop.
了。
And we're just building our military governments up, trying to get to that marquee promotion. This dude is brilliant, though, so he's very good to have in these armies. But we'll see how it all pans out. Favors going up. Yujin is a potential turncoat. That would be very funny indeed if we busted him up again. No, I think the delegate here might be better than we can get for real, because Zhonghe and Yuan Shao both on like an actual battlefield are pretty devastating for us. It does okay work. It actually did pretty good. I mean, that killed about half of the army. And he's still here.
祝君好运。
Non-aggression back with Kongrong. Well, the thing is what if I want to aggression you, Kongrong? Well, I mean, we don't want to, though. And if we do, we'll just do it anyway. I do need money.
如此一来，你我便达成一致。 立马行动！
So we basically move here and hope that they move out to us. So they are probably poor, definitely with a bad army here. If they move out, we would win in a fight. So hopefully they do. It's like we can't get there in time, but he can't get away either. Lower corruption, and we just need to... there and there and here. We'll just wait. Like, did he go to ambush? Maybe.
你我言和，你的轻视我们会记下的。
Even if he did, the worst thing he does is crack the trebuchets for a couple turns, right? Oh, there he is.
这次是我们冲过头了。
We can't get to him, though. That's alright.
释放怒火吧！心如明镜，无往不利。我的意志更加坚定。前进！
Because here, he doesn't have siege equipment, so he can't do anything there. Sure, he did replenish a good bit there, but he's still locked in a bit. Objective complete. Congratulations. So, if we pop them right now, if they come out and fight us... Oh, actually, no, this garrison is pretty big, isn't it? Oh, no, that was my garrison at the Toolmaker. Got it. If they come out, can we beat 2 Spirit Guards? Yeah, because they just have... these guys and then beat up dudes. Yeah, we can do it. Because we've got 6 almost full strength White Horse Raiders now. Yeah. Should be fine.
为天下黎民。为了天下苍生。
I can probably win that fight. You know, we'll save the infantry for last.
修院山路难行，没人听你们抱怨。
You know, we'll try to save it for when it really matters. He said, look, you forgot you're in hardcore. Well, that is rough. You don't want to be forgetting that. That one's important. Alright, we skip Final Rush because getting to Flames there is more important. Final Rush is pretty dang good. And this fool has went into march stance across my lands. That's not going to work out for him. And here they do give battle. It's a map that is advantageous for us here. Judges says all of China will benefit from our success. Sure it will. All of it.
战争结束，我等可大。
And we're just gonna fast forward because they are playing games by deploying so far away. So we're just gonna let them come to us a little bit and burn the morale by, or rather the time, the fatigue by walking across. All right.
就绪，顶住，快速前进，加快速度，手换敌军，赶快，瞄准，加快步伐，混杀，准备开战，快跑，上，准备就绪，发射，速速前进，射，准备开战。
I'll try to get Flamesman Wujing onto the Saber Cavalry since they have the shields. And we shatter that first grouping. They get a ranged block chance ability. That's our cue to get out of there. Alright, I would have liked to get some hits there. We didn't. We've got to move. Or rather, we're going to charge into the Saber Cavalry. That's the same as moving. Alright, so we get them to run, and now that's a shatter on the Saber Cav. Perfection. Perfection.
备战，注意，杀光敌军，赶快，快，快，鼓起勇气，准备开战，准备就绪，挺住，快跑，时机一致，杀呀！
And we try to hold him in place just a second. See if we can get a Binding Fury command there.
顽强不屈，杀！受大地的愤怒吧！准备开战，速度快点，速速前进，鼓起勇气，挺住，快点，准备就绪，加速前进，后进，准备开战，准备就绪，跑起来，赶快，顽强不屈，向前进军，快，拼命，加快速度。
Alright, so we managed to get it on fire. That'll at least make him nervous, right?
时机一致，号令，跑起来，准备开战，快，速度快点，挺住，准备就绪，准备好了，准备开战，受大地的愤怒吧！ 练兵就位，准备就绪，最后射击，时机一致，快，练兵就绪，准备好冲锋了吗？骑兵准备，拼命，鼓起勇气，快跑，不要留情。
Alright, we need to get onto their range now. We just need to stay in motion on the Cav archers. And not run directly into the spears. Oh my goodness, at least we're still on horse.
进攻，剑出鞘，诛灭敌军，时机一致，跑起来，做好准备，准备开战，受大地的愤怒吧！
We need to get him down, like, right now. Did the Binding Fury hit him? Doesn't look like it.
准备就绪，动作快点，速速前进，快，片甲不留，冲啊！拼命，快，
So we need to get around the back here.
加快速度，
Alright, he ran. At least there's that.
准备开战。风翔云端，
And if we can get just, like, a very huge Flames of the Phoenix here.
准备开战。顽强不屈，跑起来，拼命就绪，挺住！敌军仓皇逃窜，一群懦夫，准备就绪，杀呀！鼓起勇气，
It looks like indeed we are managing to get all of them to crumble down and run. These G militia, they're turned in the wrong direction, trying to meet the onslaught of the daring fighters there.
诛灭敌军，杀！风翔云端，准备开战，不要留情，杀光敌军，准备开战，快，准备就绪，诛灭敌军，杀！挺住，准备就绪，时机一致，拼命，片甲不留，冲啊！
Beautiful.
骑兵就绪，挺住，注意，鼓起勇气，加速前进，准备好了，杀！顽强不屈，时机一致，速速前进，快点，片甲不留，跑起来！在
Wow, he really came in and trucked on my man.
片甲不留，拼命，不要留情，做好准备，准备开战，杀！
But now it's time for us to get off of our horses and lay the smack down.
时机一致，杀呀！
Well, you know, it wasn't clean, but we're still here, and they're not really that still here.
鼓起勇气，顽强不屈，加快脚步，挺住，加快速度，不要留情。风行云端，鼓起勇气，杀光敌军，跑起来！注意，准备开战，加快脚步，准备就绪。 敌兵在此。尽情厮杀。所有命令，准备开战。
Beautiful small army fight. Need to get him away. He's getting a little beat up there, huh? And now we just need to make sure that we're following off each and every one of these relevant units.
日机一致，听命，挺住。矢石已尽，拔剑杀敌。挺住，冲啊！准备就绪，杀！
Oh, I think they got away. That's too bad. Looks like in the main we are managing to tie up basically everybody. Beautiful stuff. Getting the work done. And that's an awesome battle.
"万民之声不可小觑，都是为各自信念而战罢了。
And there's a war between Yuan Shao and the Han.
为天下黎民，护国讨贼。
And like here, what we just keep on doing it because, yeah.
奋力一战，
I guess they'll get their, you know, wounded thing ticked off. But yeah, if they come out and fight us again, of course, like it's really just the towers that I'm worried about on the town, you know, and they're not getting any more healed. So, you know, sure, we're at half strength there, but they're at much less than half. So that should help. And I don't think they're going to have anything coming in to, you know, save the day Gandalf style.
讨伐敌军。
Like, so what would be here? Some archers and that. I think the 15 morale is more of a difference there, right? 56 iron, that's awesome, dude. I've just looked at the clock. And I have to go to bed. I should have a while ago. But if I do that battle, I'll probably get excited and I'll be too loud. But we'll be able to reload and fight him. And yeah, you know, this campaign is going so good. The Emperor is not even mad at us. Awesome. And Gongsun keeps attacking me, which keeps me from losing Imperial favor for fighting him, which is very good indeed. We'll roll up this one, and then once we get this commander, we very well might be getting a good chunk of money, right? But yeah, awesome, perfect, great even. Because Yuan Shao, I'm sort of suspecting that these are the only two provinces that he has. And if true, he's just about to be in a terrible, terrible spot. Because Gongsun, we can keep him on the back foot for a while here. We just get like a slightly stronger army. He's never going to get like a stronger army than he has right now, right? If he could, if he would have. We've cut him off from half of his industrial base here. So we crack him in there, and then there's nothing that keeps us moving back over there, right? Because we've rolled that up. We've done our loop. We'll be able to come in here, grab Wei, probably Wei first and Hene afterwards, so that we can roll up underneath him here. But we might, you know, it just depends on what we see once we do it. But the campaign is shaping up to be very well in hand, and we'll be able to do some good stuff soon, I'm sure. It's about as good as a very hard campaign's ever gone for me, but this is a good starting position. And we have very good unique units. But anyway, if I keep talking, I'll accidentally do a battle, and I can't be doing that. 126 prestige already. And as we just build more things for more prestige, we will be able to level up our faction soon, and then we're just gonna push for Duke as soon as we can, right? That's we're just gonna try to be a Duke very quickly, just an awesome Duke. And if we just build our prestige buildings in all of the places that we're about to take, might work. And of course it increases our public order, which is very desirable. Yeah, I don't know where Yuan Shao's other armies are. He may not even have them. Shame. It's a real shame is what it is. But anyway, we'll deal with him later. Maybe in the morning. Might want to research whatever leads us to 4 and 5. It's worth some prestige. It's also worth money permanently for the discounts. But speaking of the discounts, the Emperor's discount's going to end at like next year. But fortunately, we will have leveraged it pretty well here. Now we are losing all of our military supplies after that, but next turn we're just gonna hope that they come out at us, or that
进
or
攻
that！ something changes.
释放怒火吧！
We might have to leave. We'll figure it out. But not right now. I gotta go to bed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed Later Them Tricks. It's been nice hanging out. Love hearing about your Minecraft hardcore world. Hope to hear more. Later, Chin. It's nice to see you. Later, anybody else who happens to be around and hasn't spoken up. It's still good to have you here. And maybe I'll see you guys in another stream or video. Good night.